What's up, Ruthless Nation? Here we are Wednesday night. You know what that means? It is the Ruthless GT Pro Series, but tonight we are taking on Interlagos down in South America in the Super Formulas. So a little bit of a different change in pace and grip here for this race. We will be going from a standing start, and as usual, we got Monkey here in the booth with us.
Hey, Stu.
Hey man, interesting race here in these Super Formulas. Pretty wide track here in the corners, so we see some guys maybe run off track here or there. Won't be as bad as it has been in some of the previous races with how we were so walled in. But it is walled in a couple sections here at this course. So what are you looking at happening here in the Super Formula race?
I'm really excited for this race. These cars are kind of like, the go-karts that we raced a few weeks ago, but these are race cars in full size with all the grip and all the horsepower and all the speed, acceleration that we could want out of a race car. And this track is a great place to showcase the capabilities of the drivers and these cars. I'm really looking forward to seeing what these guys can do out here when there's really very little holding them back. It's just being all out sprint to the end. Their fuel's not an issue, tires are not an issue. We should see just great racing today.
I agree. Thanks to anybody who's tuning in. Please hit that like button. And before we get started here, this will be a traditional F1 start. So we might have something crazy go on. Never know. But here we are. We're going to hit play and get ready to go. The 5 lights are lighting up. And here we go. We're off at Interlagos as we got first. Oh, it looks like a crash in the back already. The 24 is around. Off a penalty here from Monkey as we go back to the American broadcast. But yes, the 24 has got to get things turned around here as he, I guess, had to avoid the... Oh, Cork is around back there. Heavy spin, but gets it going right back. You know Cork, he can pull a 360 in any machine. And quickly gets that thing back going. Only drops back to 8th, so Monkey there with the half-second penalty. Probably won't be able to catch Cork here off the start. Rebel Hawk, and then we got Stu back there in the back having to avoid that penalized car at the beginning of our race. But T-Dubs there in his stealth black machine is taking off first. Snowman in second. Chaos rounding up the top 3 right now. Redneck, Jesus, Rick, Slick, and Cork all fighting for positions here from 4th through 6th.
Best racing is always right in the middle.
We're seeing
it looks
some
like
oh, Rick is around.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, and then he goes around. He had TWC Chief hit him. We'll refer to him as Chief here in this race. Don't know if that'll bring out a caution or not.
It should. It looked like at the start that Monkey jumped the start, got penalized, hit the brakes, and Stu tried avoiding him. So it was Monkey's fault that Stu spun around. So caution here, maybe? Where are we going?
We'll keep an eye on it as T-Dubs, our leader, will cross the line this time as we do race back to the line here. Oh, got Rebel Hawk off track back here as well, so a lot of action early here through 2 laps. I guess through 1.5 rather. Stu, on the other hand, has remade all the way up to 10th here. I guess not all the way. He's moved up 1 position around Rick Slick there in that Marlboro Super Formula machine. So we'll see how that battle cranks up. Looking at the tires, looks like everybody chose mediums except for that 24 team. Chose to go out here on the hards in their first stint. But won't make much of a difference now. Oh, Cork! He is heavy into the barriers back here.
What is he driving?
Man, it's kind of looking a little laggy right there. Oh, he's off the track again and around. Cork's putting this thing in reverse and, flip it down in reverse, as Missy Elliott once said.
It looks like he's in a My Little Pony car. What is that thing?
It looks very, anime-esque to me. Looking at the pace from T-Dubs, looks like no caution was called there off the Chief and Rick contact, so maybe I need a review of the rules there for some guys.
Yeah, that should have been one.
That should have been a caution there. looking at Cork, yeah, he is in a looks like anime-esque scheme here. I kind of mess with those fuchsia flames, but the rest of it, I guess he could keep.
Yeah, I'm gonna review the rules on that to see if that paint job violates something and we can ban it.
All right, we look on up ahead. First, second, and third. Second and third, rather close here. Both running those McLaren schemes this week, as those are our McLaren drivers in the GR3 cars.
Oh, didn't even notice. I knew that Chaos was in one. I didn't know Snowman was in one too, and they are different, so that's good. Look sharp.
Looks like Stu has had another incident or something out here. So he's back to 11th now. He'll be looking ahead to 10th. Has a slight gap between him and the rest of the field right now. Just a tough first stint here for that 24 car. Cork, another car here that's had a rough first stint.
Yeah, this track, it does have some difficult spots where you can get on the rumble strips, the car gets loose. I was going off about how great the handling was, but you can see who we're watching right now.
We're on Chief.
Chief. Yeah, so where Chief is, figure out where the heck he's at. You coming into turn 1? I don't know where he is.
2, 3.
Oh yeah, 3. Yeah, so that's a spot where you can spin out real easy, and coming up here again where he's headed in now is another spot where you can spin out really easy. So these cars have great grip, but if you step off the track a little bit, get on those rumble strips, you can lose it. And then dirty tires are exceptionally difficult to deal with on these as well.
T-Dub has got himself a gap working here, back to second of Snowman. Snowman slowly but surely trying to put the gap between him and Chaos, who's having a great run here at the beginning. Redneck Jesus, another one of those guys, sitting here in fourth, has a great run. Monkey, on the other hand, had that false start penalty and the half-second penalty. He has moved himself back up to 5th position. Chief here sitting in 6th. Looks like, oh, we got another wreck around here. Corks into the wall heavy. We're going to use a West Higgins ORV replay here on this one. We'll go back 10 seconds, try to look at see what happens here between Cork and Rick Slick. Looks like Rick comes around this corner looking pretty good. Oh, it's just Cork. Oh, no, we have Rico up here into the wall. That puts Cork into the wall. So that's what happened there. Not sure. Got the yellow
I'm not
got the
sure
yellow
what happened
car
there.
of Rico sitting here. Let's see what happens as Rico gets back going. Let's see what happened here. Kind of looks like he's not so much into throttle here. Possibly looking to see if he has terminal damage. It looks like he's starting to get it back going now.
Yeah.
Second and third's totting back up. Fourth is working his way up through there. So now Stu is working himself back up to Rick here. He'll have Cork right behind him, so we'll keep an eye on this battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th place. Still not sure what's going. Cork tries to get down to the inside of Stu. Might have pushed him off the track there a little bit.
Maybe.
Cork maybe gave up the position.
Looks like the leaders are slowing down for a caution lap here. I think the Cork and Rico incident brought out a caution.
All right, so we are under caution. So now we're looking at T-Dubs. He's crossing the line. That'll put 6th position up under caution. Now we're still racing back here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. And Stu and Cork fight for position up to the start-finish line here, and it is tight. We see Cork and Stu both on the overtake trying to get that position coming back to the line, and Stu victorious there for 8th place. This Cork gives him a little shove.
That's great. Looks like Rico had some mechanical damage, and he is in the pits and out.
Yep, that's right. First car of the day out of the race. It will be Rico in that nice Menards Super Formula machine. Unfortunate for our man Rico.
It is. Everybody's catching back up Getting the field group together.
All right, so T-Dubs will hold our pace here. I imagine pit road will be open this time. This is through 5 laps. We'll be through 6 after the pits. So what do you think this will do to some of these guys' strategy as this race continues?
Yeah, that's a good question, because we weren't in a position to have any fuel saving or tire saving going on in this race. Now when they pit, there will be 39 to go. They could try to stretch the fuel out and one pit this to the end. You'd have to be going pretty slow, but it'll be interesting to see. You can get about 18 or 19 laps on 18 laps on a regular fuel run here. So yeah, I think this is going to probably bring some fuel saving into this race. Be interesting to see. Looks like everybody's burning right about the same amount. Where's Cork at in here? Cork's burned the most. He must be using the most overtake. So everybody has overtake, which is like DRS. You can use it for passing, you can use it for whatever you want, but it also burns more fuel in your car. You can see how much, based on how much fuel people have in the tank, you can see they've been using a little more overtake. And we know that Stu and Cork raced it out to the finish line.
They were both on that DRS. Snowman takes 90 liters. Least of the field. Most everybody else took 99, except for a few took the full 100 liters. So now Snowman will be in control of this race when we get back going.
That was a really smart move.
Yeah, he's able to jump out there. You seen T-Dubs was able to save some fuel out front there in that run. He had the tied for the most left.
Yeah, it wouldn't even have occurred to me to do what Snowman did there. Maybe I'm dumb, but I'm going to say Snowman is smart. I mean, it's such a huge advantage to be in the first spot.
That's right, and that will put the stealth jet of T-Dubs right between the two McLaren schemes. Gives us Redneck and Monkey finishing up our top 5 here. We are under caution. We'll go back green heading towards the line here.
Do you think T-Dubs quit his job with the White Company?
I think he did, actually. So I heard.
He must have, yeah. I thought he'd be out in the company Super Formula car. His number is not 00.
Not originally, no. We are coming back up to our restart area here. Safety car is in. Single file restart here for this one. Keep an eye on Snowman, see whenever he puts the pedal down. I think he's going to pace here around 70 to 75 miles an hour. Everybody is in order. Everybody was on those medium tires when they came back out. We're back underway here from Interlagos, and we'll keep an eye here on the middle of the field. 3 wide down into turn 1. Goes to 24 with Rick Slick. I think Monkey there part of that as well. Like Redneck Jesus got kind of pushed out. Oh, the 24 goes off track.
Oh, no.
And he saves it. So good save in all that dirt.
That car sounds really cool. Well, all these cars do, but that was a good sound shot of that car ripping through the gears.
All right, big battle here in the middle of our field. Get on board with Monkey. He's battling Rick Slick up in that Marlboro machine. Monkey running the Olympus Special, I think.
The John Player Special. A classic.
Oh, big wreck here between Cork and Monkey. Monkey's off the track. He's going to have to use the access road. Gets reset. Cork, on the other hand, he's just now getting it back going. We'll see if that brings out another caution. We'll keep our eye on Snowman here as he's coming up to our last turn back into where we would have this caution take place at the line. So we'll see how far... he decreases in speed here. Yes, he will be dropping down the hammer. Chaos will beat T-Dubs back to the line. Rick Slick going to start back and forth with Chief coming in 5th. Redneck and Stu 6th, 7th. Rebel Hawk, then Cork. Monkey finally comes back across in 10th. And with Rico out, that is now our last position there in 10th place.
Good going, Cork. Classic Cork, as we say.
Cautions do breed cautions, but that was sort of long after our restart, so possibly just a big racing incident there between Monkey and Cork that brings out that caution.
Yep, could be. Cork's spun out solo several times in the race. Maybe he just did that. Good to see Chaos run T-Dubs down across the line in front of him.
That's right, T-Dubs did. Sorry.
Chaos lit it up in qualifying.
Yeah, he really did. Came out here with set a blazing lap during qualifying, and I hear this is sort of his wheelhouse here in these super formulas. He's a big racer of F1.
I heard that as well. He's showing it.
Yeah, showing it. Did cost T-Dubs to lose a position there on that, and so did a few other guys. Now we got Rick Slick all the way up to 4th as we're under caution here. Pit road will be open this time. Does not require a pit stop from anybody. Snowman, though, was the one who took the least amount of fuel, so we'll keep an eye on him as we get back to the front stretch here. Chaos does not pit. Looked like he was kind of flirting with the idea of not pitting. Looks like 4th has went down, 5th as well. Everybody going down pit road except for Chaos. So now 2 positions gained there for that McLaren scheme of Chaos.
What do you think about that move?
He's probably not going to be on the same fuel look as everybody else, but he'll have some heat in those tires, which will be not the case for everybody who has pitted here, especially if they took tires. Let's see, T-Dubs did not take tires. Looks like Chief did not either. So looks like 5th and 6th took them. Everybody else took them as well. We'll see if Rebel Hawk did or not. So a few guys choosing not to take the tires, just went in there and topped off on the fuel.
Rebel Hawk did take tires. I happened to be checking out his paint scheme while that was going.
All right, good deal.
Sorry about that. Sorry about interrupting.
No big deal, no big deal. First paint scheme of the day, we'll go with Chaos here, running the McLaren scheme here. And we'll sort of see a similar look here from Snowman when we get on him. Then the Stealth Rocket here, as we'll call it, for T-Dubs, who is followed by TWC Chief. No relation to these two. But we will be referring to him as Chief. It looks like he has the T-Dub tag on there. Team Winner Circle is what TWC stands for him. I think Monkey asked our T-Dubs this week what his stood for. So
he did. He told me he has a job outside of racing. It's a job I've never heard of before. But apparently he is a professional on the taint washing crew in Indiana.
All right. So go T-Dubs, man, with a long resume.
Yes.
As we get back here to the front stretch, field is under control of Chaos. We're up to around 100 miles an hour here for this restart. And we are back off again here at Interlagos, and we'll see if T-Dubs is able to jump down into the inside of Chaos. Not going to be able to do so in this first one. It looks like the 24 took the runoff ramp here. And, he catches the wall trying to get back onto the track. Stays in. Looks like we've lost 2 more of our competitors here. I think Cork and Rebel Hawk will be out of the race now. So that's 3 guys already out of this race.
We did.
Cork possibly had just some connection issue there.
Maybe. He was off the track a lot. Could have been mechanical. Toe links.
Very possible. Could have broke one of those tie rod ends that are very fragile here on these Super Formula machines. And
he could have been out of front. He could have used up all his front wings.
That is possible. Couldn't have had another nose cone to slap on that thing.
That's it. Thank you.
Looks like Snowman got a little push there from Rick as 4th, 5th, and 6th are battling it out here. Redneck down to the inside of Rick here might force him off to the right side of the track. Monkey right there as well, looking to try to take advantage of that. Got the 24 kind of just off their pace after having to take the runoff there in turn number 1.
That's a good battle back here.
You got to look at Redneck. Maybe got a little bump there from Monkey as he goes through the first few turns here at Interlagos. Rick Slick there sitting strong in that Marlboro machine. Let's see how clean the racing remains. What's up, JWoww? Good to see you coming through with the trade and the in the chat. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Please hit that like button. Helps a whole lot, along with your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, good to see JWoww in here. I've watched a few of his races myself. Quite a few, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Chaos still holding that lead.
This is GT7, JWoww. Just sitting in the super formulas this week. Next week, another double header on the schedule. We'll have the rally race at the... I'm sorry, what track is that?
Sardinia Windmills.
Sardinia Windmills. So we'll visit Sardinia again. As though we just did that recently at the road track there at Sardinia in the GR3 cars. And we'll also be taking on Northern Isle, which is sort of the Bristol of GT7 in the Mazda Roadsters, as we did take on a track in those cars earlier in the season. And they will re-debut here in the Ruthless GT Pro Series. 1, 2, 3 kind of evenly spaced.
Even 4.
Yeah, 4 right there as well. Don't want to forget about Snowman. He's probably got a trick or two up the sleeve. Battle for 5th, not too far off of 4th there, but has Rick Slick right there coming in behind him.
Monkey has moved his way past a couple. Redneck and Rick.
Yeah, he was battling hard with those two there after the restart. JWoww, I don't think we have any weekend leagues at the moment. No Fridays or Saturdays. Looks like everybody's kind of got back into their pace that we had through the first 5 laps, because we've ran clean here now for about 3 laps.
Chaos he's killing it out here.
Yeah, he's kind of kept a very even pace here with T-Dubs. We'll keep in mind, though, that he does have less fuel than the rest of the field right now. Looking at the fuel numbers, we should see about just one more pit out of most of the field. We could see some guys split this down into 2 pits. Maybe choose to run softs a couple times or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think we're seeing any fuel saving here. Or we were talking about that at the first caution. Then there was a second caution. So I think we're going to see this race go without any fuel saving. I think they had to run they had 35 laps remaining, so they should be able to make it just running full. I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of overtake usage, though, or DRS that burns more fuel.
As we look ahead, looking at those DRS numbers, looks like Chaos has used a little bit of it. T-Dubs hasn't used any. And we got Snowman on it right now, actually, as we'll stay on board with him as he tries to get back up here to T-Dubs. Let's off of it there right before the line. Did catch the slipstream there of T-Dubs and did close that gap quite a bit. So it could be a good race brewing here for second place. Ooh, T-Dub Chief is around down here in the first few corners as he gets control of that thing. I don't think he even touched the wall. Could be wrong about that, but didn't lose a whole lot there. Allowed Rick Slick to get around him. Now Redneck's making a move down to the inside as he'll move up to 6th position. See if he can hang on to this spot. Looks like he will. This has allowed the 24 to get back into this race now.
That's crazy. It is the best racing is 4th through whatever in the back. It is the best racing. TWC Chief is new, or we're just calling him Chief. So we are happy to have him racing out here with us. He's a good addition. The Super Formula is looking forward to racing with him again in the future. And his car looks awesome. It looks like it does say the winner's circle on the side of his car. I thought you made that up.
No, that was on there.
Nice.
Chaos remains in the lead. T-Dub still no overtake usage. We saw Snowman use it on the last lap. Fourth of Monkey has used just a tad of it, not a whole lot. Rick Slick, they're under half a tank, possibly the most usage of the field so far. As we'll keep looking, Redneck Jesus not used any. Chief is actually on it right now as the 24's around. Heavy contact into the wall.
Wow.
Let's go back 10 seconds there. West Higgins ORV, second replay of the day. Let's get on board here with this 24, see what happens. Oh, he gets over on the transition of that rumble strip, causes the left front to break loose and heavy into the tire barriers there. Quickly puts it in reverse, back into gear, and tries to get her going again.
The car bounces.
Yeah, it really went over that transition quite heavy, and just snapped loose on the 24 team there, but gets it back going.
That is another real common spot to spin around, and you can tell we've had at least 4 cars go around there. Everybody wants to get on the rumble strips, both sides of the track, and you're under heavy acceleration exiting turn 2. A real easy spot to turn that car around.
And once these things break loose, there is no coming back to the right to save that thing. It's just so sensitive that it really, amplifies all your input.
Yeah, good point. They have tons of grip until there's none. And then it's over. Stu's done a good job riding his car the couple times he spun around. That time he went into the wall really hard, but other times he's gotten going pretty fast. The greatest driver at that is Snowman.
Yeah.
That guy can wreck a car and keep it going pretty well.
Yeah, Snowman's got the keeping the nose straight, and Cork's got the 360s.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about Cork. A 360 and keeping it going.
All right, looks like T-Dub's sort of chomping at the bit here with TKO Chaos. So we'll keep an eye on that battle for first position. T-Dub's sort of in unfamiliar territory here, as we are in another machine that he is very distinguished in, but sitting in second, which is something he's not used to. But we are in the wheelhouse of chaos, as I've been told, with these super formulas.
Yeah, T-Dubs is dealing with dirty air too, which he doesn't have a lot of experience with, but he is an excellent racer, so I'm sure he's doing just fine, but he usually races out front all by himself.
And we do have Chaos, he's under half a tank of fuel, and he will be pitting before the rest of these guys. We'll have to keep an eye on, see if he may have to take 2 pits, because based on the numbers, possibly only going to be 1 pit here for most of these guys for the rest of this 45 laps of action here at Interlagos. Snowman sitting in third. Really been flirting through that section with the transition of the rumble strips. He's been off to the right of them a few times now, and that's how you know when your car goes over that transition back away from the racetrack. That's when the car likes to break loose. So real good handling there out of Snowman.
Yeah, looks like he dropped back a little bit and joined Monkey for the back there in 4th place. He was right up there with T-Dubs. I'd say it doesn't look like Monkey caught him. Looks like Snowman dropped back. Must have had something going on.
Chaos off the track here. We'll go back to 10 seconds to look at what happened to him here. He comes up to our last turn. Looks like he just got back in the throttle too quick. Runs it over into the grass to the left. Nothing major. Thanks to West Higgins ORV for that replay. Go check them out on YouTube. But now T-Dub's to the lead. I put Chaos in second. He's going to overtake Heavy here as he's trying to catch back up to T-Dub's there, get back in that leading position. But that has brought the force that is Snowman and Monkey up to his rear fin, as we'll call it.
That was a good save by Chaos. Get all 4 wheel tires in the grass, and he kept it going.
Yeah, it looks like he just got into that grass, or sorry, got into that throttle too heavy, got over into the grass. Usually once you're in the grass in this thing, try to accelerate it. Does not have that much grip over there in the green, so.
It does not. And for the viewers, when you're watching this race, when you see that red light blinking on the back of the car, you can tell they're into the DRS.
That's right.
Little tail lights blinking. I don't know what that green light is over top of their helmets. We've been through this at Le Mans.
Yeah, we'll just chalk it up to not on the DRS.
Yeah.
Snowman pressuring here for second position. Chaos comes back maybe a little more gingerly through this turn this time. Clean go at it that time around. Maybe put a little gap there on Snowman, who got a little bit off to the right side of the track. See, Snowman's going to be in that slipstream for sure. No overtake this time for him. Thanks to everybody tuning in.
Looking at fuel, everybody, a couple people are low. Chief, Snowman, and Chaos. Everybody else is about the same. Those three I mentioned are a little lower. So Snowman took only 90 liters on his first stop. Second stop, he probably topped it off, I would think. Oh, he's right there with Chaos.
Yeah, Snowman's right there, and Chaos, you can see with that little bit less fuel, just a tad bit more wear on the medium tires. These guys didn't take any either, but they did go down pit road while he remained on track, so probably just a tad bit more wear from keeping the heat in them there under caution. But most laps of the day so far caution free, also mostly accident free, just a couple solo incidents here and there. But yeah, it seems like these guys have kind of gotten the grip of these super formula machines.
Yeah, and we could use a caution to re-rack these guys, let them go again.
Yeah, that's always a possibility. Snowman off the track back here. He's able to save it, though, right through that troubled turns of 2 and 3, sort of an S-turn that it is with that transition on that rumble strip, as we had mentioned. That also gives a half-second penalty to Snowman, so he's lost that battle for second for the moment. Monkey, not sure what happened to that Super Formula machine, but has lost the pace up to third place for the moment. But, you know, anything's possible here. Just these cars are so fast, handle so well. And, you know, you can just really put the throttle. Oh, we got Snowman around back here. So we're going to go back 10 seconds. West Higgins ORV replay, kind of getting used to that here with their sponsor. He gets just a little bit too far to the inside over that transitioning and just slides her around. So that will allow Monkey to take over third. Half-second penalty still on Snowman as well with the spin. That'll be... Oh, he's spun again. Dirty Tires has gotten him here in this turn. Oh, and Chief barely misses him as he blows through the smoke of Snowman's rear tires. So Snowman, 3rd to 6th in just a few corners. And he's also going to have to serve this penalty.
Unfortunate for Snowman there.
Yeah, that will be very unfortunate. Oh, as he almost runs her off the track right there. He'll serve that half-second penalty. That'll allow Redneck to sort of close the gap between him and Snowman. Chief, though, big winner there.
Snowman's headed into the pits.
Oh, he is. Snowman's down this time.
23 to go.
Looking about around that. We'll see how he chooses to do that pit stop. Monkey will keep an eye on that for us.
Yeah, it's an interesting time to pit.
So that puts Monkey up to third, as we had mentioned. Chaos still sitting solid in second after losing the lead off a little spin in our last turn. We sort of just ran off the track, rather, to T-Dubs. T-Dubs sits in the lead, has put himself in a real good spot here. He's got a full turn lead, about half a sector, I guess we'll call it, over our second place car of TKO Chaos. Snowman's now out of the pits there on softs. How much fuel did he take there on that go?
55 liters. He is in full attack mode.
All right, so possibly going to be charging for that lap. T-Dubs did win the pole and is currently in the lead, so he knows that's a sweep on the lawn there for T-Dubs once again. Possibly trying to just hammer a good quick lap here. We'll keep an eye on that. As 1:16.593 is the fast lap that belongs to T-Dubs at the moment.
Yeah, it's be interesting to watch Snowman charge ahead like this. He's going to be, soft tires. He's going to be running about at least a second faster and only half a tank of fuel, so maybe even a second and a half faster per lap.
All right, let's get back to some paint schemes now that everything's sort of calmed down. We'll get on board with Chaos, the other McLaren scheme we had talked about. Or I'm sorry, we had already talked about Chaos. He was in the lead. So we hadn't talked about Rick Slick in this very iconic Marlboro scheme. This used to run in the F1 series through the 80s, early 90s, until they sort of put a stop to that. Advertising the Cowboy Killer. But a good scheme indeed.
Good looking car though, yeah, I like it a lot.
Also, speaking on Rick, he's the only guy in the the Super Formula 23 car, the year 23 car. Everybody else is in that 19, and sort of the difference that you can see, I guess, is not really much. Maybe a little bit of a bigger body in the middle there for that Super Formula 23. We'll kind of jump up to Chaos and look at his 19. Not a huge difference between these cars. Maybe a little difference there on the rear wing with how that is set up. But other than that, not a lot of difference here in those two, styles of Super Formula.
Good eye though. I drove both of those cars. I could not tell a difference in handling. When I was driving, the 19 seemed a little faster, but they seemed to be identical. It was really hard to tell the difference, but personally I ran faster in the 19.
Yeah, definitely a difference there on the that rear wing between those two cars. Looking at DRS though, looks like Chief has already used up the whole tank almost. As we get another look at that nice looking scheme of his.
It really is. It's
oh, he almost loses it there.
Like purple and black, and the decals are muted. I like it. It's a sharp car.
Should be looking at some pit stops here rather soon. Guys are getting low on the tank. Look back to Monkey's John Player special scheme. I really like that black and gold configuration that he's chose for this. Got all the American sponsors on there.
Interesting story about that is that was Monkey's first Hot Wheels car. Was a John Player special Formula 1 car, so I know it was important for him to be able to run this paint scheme today.
And there he goes, pulling that one out of the memory bank, and done a real dandy job on it, as this scheme really correlates with itself through and through.
May have been borrowed. Might be a vinyl wrap.
Nonetheless, she looks good. Redneck Jesus, WeatherTech, Honda. I think this is a IndyCar scheme. So good rendition here from from Redneck on that WeatherTech scheme that he's got going on here.
It is. That's a sharp looking car. I would love to be able to get some WeatherTech floor mats too.
Yeah.
Free plug for WeatherTech, but they do make some good stuff.
Yeah, I'll take a set for a Malibu.
Yeah.
Oh, Redneck kind of got over on that transition and through there on the rumble strip. He almost lost it, was able to keep that nose straight. Back to the 24 machine, and back out here, and something Jeff Gordon inspired. Got it through and through with the brought out the flames this week instead of the Rainbow Warrior.
It's amazing. The paint scheme actually looks better on this car with the flames going all the way back than it does where they're kind of limited just to the hood. This car looks amazing. That's my favorite one of the day.
Oh. There you go. Monkey's favorite one of the day.
Stew corner right there.
It is. It has been tonight. Unfortunately. Got the plug for Ruthless on there as well. So, you know, always repping the boys.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And then here's our snowman's around, heavy into the wall. Man, what a curse I am, as I literally switched to him and caught him in the middle of e-braking. And that's the other McLaren scheme I was talking about. You can see the difference between him and Chaos. Get a good look at Snowman there. Has the Snowman on the wings, as we're accustomed to seeing. Let's see if he's got anything else back here. Oh yeah, there it is. The big finger on the main back of his wing there.
Oh,
Iconic.
nice. We did miss Snowman blowing out the fastest lap here by a second or more.
He sure did. Hit that 15.5. Chaos down pit road. We had mentioned he'd probably be the first to pit since he stayed out there during all that caution earlier. So you can see he's down at least a lap earlier. I would imagine these guys would try to get to or through lap 28 before the rest of them pit. Oh,
Chief is out of fuel. Oh,
Redneck
no.
almost saved it. Almost saved it.
But I'll just say it. Chief is out of fuel.
Oh, he is out of fuel. I wonder how long he was out of fuel.
I don't know. He's dropped back to 8th.
We'll go back. We'll go to West Higgins ORV replay. 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Oh yeah, he was out of fuel way up the racetrack there. He is in there under 50 miles an hour. It's not what you're typical of seeing guys going in and pitting under it. You can go full speed here on GT7 into the pits. So yeah, that's going to be detrimental there. He has no overtake left either, so that could have also played into his running out of fuel there. He'll have just enough overtake to possibly overtake somebody at maybe wheel-to-wheel speed, but other than that, I don't think we'll see much DRS out of that machine for the rest of the race.
I don't think so. He's in good shape on the fuel, so he probably shouldn't be using overtake anyway. I think he's at 18 to go from here. He might be okay. So it is unusual to see people pitting at this speed. It is not unusual in this league to see people running out of fuel and pitting under no power. We've all done it repeatedly.
Monkey's into the pit lane in 4th position. We'll see if the 24... Oh, he runs out of fuel coming into the pits, but runs out right there, so still comes in about 80 to 75 miles an hour. Snowman remains on the track. Redneck Jesus did as well as he gets around Chief. As Chief, ran out of fuel there. He's going to be a lap down right now. But what I want to focus on is T-Dubs here, as he almost lapped Chaos. Or he's still out there, actually. And Chaos had just pitted the lap before him, so that just shows you the speeds. T-Dubs now has lapped all the way up to 6. That's Monkey, who's just now coming out of pit lane. So T-Dubs has stayed out here a little longer than everybody, or most everybody, as he is hitting a purple through that sector. Out here on these worn tires, but low fuel. Rick Slick down in that Marlboro machine now, so he will get through lap 28. T-Dub's going to get through lap 29, so I think his fuel situation will be absolutely beautiful whenever he comes back out. And you know him in those fast laps, he tends to go after them whenever he has a large lead, so we'll see if he continues to do so. Looking back between the Redneck and T-Dubs, it is quite the gap. So considering, Chaos went down in 2nd and T-Dubs has caught him. So, and then T-Dubs lapped everybody else who was on pit road, but as he will go down for service this time, we'll see how many of these guys are able to come back around.
Right, T-Dubs hadn't pitted yet. I was like, how did he do that?
Yeah, he had not pit yet. But he does this time. Redneck there low on the fuel as well, sitting in 2nd at the moment as Rick Slick's starting to come off pit lane right now. So he'll be survived. or spared a lap from going a lap down, so he'll come out ahead of T-Dub. So everybody from 6th on back right now. I'm sorry, Monkey actually got his lap back as well. So 7th and 8th are a lap down. As T-Dubs is still on pit road, he is only around 50 liters of fuel. So 7th place should also get their lap back here.
Monkey must have had an incident because he was in 3rd before all the pitting started. Now he's back at 6th.
Redneck now down pit road. T-Dub's still getting full on the fuel. He'll take the full 100 liters. So he's probably just gauging to see where he's going to be with Snowman here, but it doesn't look like it'll matter. We saw Snowman go down. Only took 55 liters of fuel on the softs. And these two, yeah, he could get there probably.
He could, but Snowman's fuel light is blinking.
That McLaren scheme is saying, need drink. Oh, Chief has kind of got himself wedged between a battle right here. Oh, as he smartly moves out of the way of the 2nd place car of Snowman is, he's desperately just trying to, reach at any possible grab that he can here. He did have a big spin earlier and then chose to go right down pit lane. I thought that would probably put him in the 2-pit situation, which is probably what we'll be seeing out of him, just filling her up and going with the medium tire. Oh, he almost loses it there. Again, you can tell that soft compound has had all she can take, and he should be going down the pit lane this time. He will. So that will be the either last pit stop for everybody, or we could see a couple guys possibly go chasing for that lap time. You gotta remember T-Dubs is out here, so that'll put Chaos in 2nd. We look at him, where he's positioned. He's not even around Snowman yet, who is down pit lane right now. So all the way back here in pit lane is 2nd place. And T-Dubs is well through the first couple turns, all the way down into the middle portion of Interlagos here, actually. So a big gap here for T-Dubs, nearly half the track right now. If he stays clean through this race, I could imagine we would see T-Dubs later on in this event possibly go down and grab some softs to try to put the sweep on the field once again. Good on Chaos, though. He's drove that thing hard, stayed out under caution, pitted differently than everybody out here, and he's got this thing up to 2nd, and you look back to 3rd, he's about a quarter sector or so ahead of Rick, Slick, and Monkey, who are trying to figure it out for 3rd position.
Yeah, they have a good battle going on back here. Yeah, you're right about Snowman. He came back out. He's on medium tires now. He got 90% fuel or 90 liters, either way, and he's gonna finish it up from here. And he's still holding on to 6th place. Well, unfortunate spin for him, but Chief, he was having a really good race. Really unfortunate that he ran out of fuel because that hurt him pretty bad. So unfortunate for Chim. He still has an 8th place finish coming. So that's a good start in the league for him. He's a good driver and fast. So
yeah,
glad
great
to see him
addition
out here.
Yeah, appreciate him joining and racing with us. Hopefully he'll show up for our doubleheader and get in those GR3 cars after next week, as we will go back into those GR3 cars after our doubleheader for the rest of the season, and that will get us really close to starting our playoffs as well.
That's right. After next week's doubleheader, we have 5 Group 3 GR3 races, and that's all the information I have for now.
I think the first of that is our season finale, then the 4 start the playoff rounds. I do believe that the playoffs will work by dropping off 2 drivers per race. So playoff points are big.
4 races in the playoffs, you're right.
You got to go down to 2 to 6 and then to 4. And I think it could be 1 race, then 2, 6, and 4 for the championship.
Something like that.
Yeah. drop 2, and then we'll be at 6, drop 2 more, 4 for the championship. So everybody gets a shot to gain points in that first playoff race, and then after that it'll be elimination time. So we might see some guys really racing hard here in the next 6 or so weeks. Next month and a half for some of these guys will be really important, especially the doubleheader next week. Guys know T-Dubs is very vocal about how he is not good in those styles of cars, the rally cars or the Mazda Roadsters, sorry. As that's going to be a great chance for some guys to maybe sort of leap T-Dubs or kind of close the gap to him, because every time we're in those GR3s or in something that's handles really good and really fast, he seems to take a sweep. So
he does. Let's see what we have going on this season, though. We do have 5 different drivers with wins on this season. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, a lot more, parity through the field than we saw last year. And Redneck has spun it around. He's allowed Stu to get around him, who's moved his machine up to 6th position. And, Snowman probably not going to have to pit again. 24 not too far away from Snowman.
Oh, good. Look at that. These cars sound good.
They sound great.
They're revving out up to a little over 11,000 RPM, I think. They're really cool cars. T-Dubs is checked out. Chaos has got a decent gap over Rick Slick, but not that much. Rick is definitely in striking range.
Yeah, T-Dubs hanging on to that about half a course lead right now. I need to mention Chaos. Not a great deal of gap here back to 3rd place, but very much in podium contention here at Interlagos, and that would be a great finish for Chaos. As I think he's doing about the field average on playoff points, but in regular points, just not been, his season really. So he'll be looking to add, those few extra playoff points onto his total.
Yeah, it would be a big day. Where's everybody looking at there? Oh. I looked away. I heard somebody's tires going, but it was Chaos. Looks like he's okay. I'm on his car.
Redneck now sitting in 7th. He is looking to go. Oh, he is off the track. Don't know if he's just sort of doing that for. Oh my goodness, he I guess had a mechanical issue or something. He is out of the race there. Seen him run wide off the track and just disappear. So that will move Chief up to 7th, and now we have lost another. Started with 11 here, and now down to the last 7.
That's the most I've ever seen drop off.
Yeah, that's the most we've had. Speaking from a realistic vision of, just general in life. There's a lot of bad weather going around the country, so I hope everybody's staying safe. I know we have a few guys who race with us who are from Florida and have experienced 2 hurricanes in about a week and a half's time. So hopefully everyone's staying safe. Hopefully all those issues on the track tonight were just simply a fault of that. But the 24 goes around just sideways, tries to get it back going. Not going to be in any threat here of losing the 6th position, but is in threat of going a lap down. So we'll see how T-Dubs chooses to battle the 24 here, as he's going to try to get back going. Gets around him here.
I thought Taint Washer might show him a little mercy, but no, he did not.
No, he just went straight and washed it for him.
Yes.
Stu staying right there, though. He jumps down to the inside, possibly wants that lap back. Not his greatest set of corners here. He is right there on the bumper of T-Dubs, though. And maybe a little scared to put the throttle back to it out of that turn, because T-Dubs really put the hammer down once he saw that 24 so close. Said he could feel the flames, I think.
T-Dubs, every one of T-Dubs laps that I can see on the screen are 1 minute 17 seconds, except for the pit laps, of course. He's running a consistent day out here, consistently fast too.
Yeah, that is well said, because certainly just, when you're running that consistently, and I know you just look back at Chaos, just for instance, the guy who's ran really great here today, you can see he is kind of all over the board with how his lap times have came to be. Ran some 18s off the pit, ran a couple 21s back to 19, 18 a few laps, 19 now up into the 20s there on that last lap. And this has actually closed the margin between him and Rick a great deal. As we look back to Rick, he has no 20s on the board except for his pitting lap. So that consistency is key in a car such as the Super Formula is. They're just so fast, handle so well, and you need that consistency to stay in your position. And like I said, second and third here is third is a round. I might have put a little curse on him. We'll go back 10 seconds. West Higgins ORV replay. Check him out on YouTube. He was battling for that second position. Possibly got a little greedy here on the throttle coming out on one of these turns. Oh man, he just gets on that rumble strip, hits the gas, and he goes around. And Monkey barely snibs by him there, as that will not be caution causing. As possibly the most changing accident of our caution-free section of this race, actually. Zeta did lose a spot there and a battle for second. And now he's got Snowman right there coming up from behind him, so we'll see how that works out.
Loses a playoff point there, too.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, he loses an extra one, as 2 is awarded to third place.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, 3, I think, isn't it? 5, 5, 4, 3. Or 5, 3, 2. Something like that.
Let me check in with the producers. It is 5-3-2.
There you go. So yeah, he'll lose an extra playoff point there, as you do get 1 for finishing the entire race.
That is good. That is true. So all 7 people still on the track, if they make it to the end, they will move up one point on everybody that did not make it.
That's right. As Monkey is looking ahead at Chaos, he has put some real pace into this machine. Ran some 119s there through the lower 30 laps, but has been putting it back in the 18s here and there. So we'll see. He's been more consistently on the side of 119 as he starts to catch Chaos, who has also been running about that fast. But Chaos with, a little less fuel, so it'll be a little bit better on the weight, but a little more worn tires. You can see Monkey has really closed this gap here through the first sector.
Yeah, that's exactly fits right with what you said, the consistency. Monkey doesn't have as many 118s, but he does not get into the 120s at all. Very consistent. And these guys are all professionals too. You see consistent laps over and over again. If they're a half a second off and they're in the car, they're feeling they had a really slow lap, and it's only a half a second. So these guys usually run very, very consistently.
Snowman and Rick, open wheel to open wheel. Snowman trying to take 4th position from Rick here. It's back and forth through the S turns here at Interlagos, as Rick remains just ahead of Snowman right now. It's real good racing here. Rick might have got off to the left there just a tad bit more than he would have wished. Oh, Snowman almost loses it. He was nearly sideways right there, and you can see that sort of messed up his next turn. Oh, Snowman got out into the dirt, and he will lose all that ground that he had gained against Rick Slick, so that'll be another battle to keep your eyes on. See if Snowman's able to go. Man, he's sort of everywhere, and there you go. Keeping that nose cone straight. Snowman, one of the greatest at it.
He is. And instead of before, he's an aggressive driver, but not aggressive to other drivers. He's aggressive to his car. And he's spinning those rear tires. He drives that car hard. That's why you see the back end coming out a lot. And he keeps it going. He's always on the throttle.
All right, looks like sixth position is held solidly by the 24. Chief in seventh. Both of those guys a lap down. T-Dub's down pit road this time. Good chance for guys to get their lap back, as he has 38 liters of fuel. And I had mentioned this earlier in the race. We'd probably see him go down there and grab a set of softs, as this will be 5 laps remaining here at Interlagos.
No cautions from this point.
That's right. Cautions are now dead to us.
Yes.
Now you see T-Dubs, he is now coming off the pit lane, as these guys in second and third, that's TKO Chaos and Monkey, they're coming up that front stretch, and already back into the throttle. Here is T-Dubs, as he is pit out now. Back on the soft, so that sort of closes the gap just a tad, as Chief goes back down pit road. Let's see if he's going to grab some softs, maybe try to attack a fast lap, as he takes on a little bit of fuel as well. Probably overfilling it at this point, I believe. Doesn't have any overtake, though, so a fast lap would be kind of hard for him to obtain, I do believe. He did go down there and grab some softs.
The only hope for the rest of the field in T-Dubs is that T-Dubs loses his car on some cold tires. But he's going to be getting them warmed up here real soon.
Speak of the devil,
already.
Joins the
Go
chat.
ahead. Oh.
Appreciate you, T-Dubs. Thanks to everybody who's watching.
Yeah, speak
Here
of
he
the devil.
goes. T-Dubs coming to the line, starting the flyer, as he is on the overtake heavy. Is not let off. Lets off here in turns 1 and 2. Takes us into turn number 3. Right back on the overtake with the throttle. So he'll take this straight stretch in full overtake mode. And he is chasing that fast lap of Snowman. He wants the clean sweep here tonight. He is up by 6/10 on Snowman through Sector 1, almost 7/10 here on the fastest lap. Does not use any overtake here through the middle section. Kind of does going into the turn. Lets right back off of it. May have forgot about it, rather. Right back into it here before even back into the throttle there. Excuse me. So very interesting to watch how T-Dubs here is working that overtake through these corners, just chasing that fast lap.
Yeah, thanks for calling it too. I can't see the gauge with one of my displays is over top of it.
Oh, he's up to about 3.5 now. Back on the overtake again, as he'll come up to the straight stretch. Let's see if he's able to maintain that 3/10, as he's going to be coming up to the line here. Will he take that fast lap from Snowman? And he will. Beats it by 3/10 flat.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's another playoff point too.
That's right. It'll be 7 total with winning the race for T-Dubs. He gets 1 for fastest lap and 1 for winning the pole. Battle for second place is still heated, as you see Chaos there in second position. Might have found a little bit more space between him and Monkey back there in the sixth car, sorry. As Monkey's still trying to gain that extra playoff point. He is very much in the battle, in the mix for this Ruthless GT Pro Season 2 Championship.
There is some strategy back there for Monkey too. He could be sitting back there saving a little bit of fuel for a late race charge. He's got the slipstream of chaos. So could be working to his advantage right here.
We had saw earlier Rick Slick and Snowman were really battling it out, but Snowman had lost control of his car actually right through this portion of the course, and he is caught back up to Rick now. So no, other than regular season points, there's no implications here for 4th and 5th, but as far as playoff points go.
But as we know, any of these guys will never stop racing.
That's right. All these guys, great competitors, as T-Dubs continues his overtake. He is back on another flyer here. As he went by that time, he remained fastest lap, did not beat his fastest lap. Still on that overtake, though, through here, so we'll see if he's able to beat that 2:08 at all. Monkey and Chaos through the first set of turns here at Interlagos are close to one another. And, yeah, good strategy point out there by Monkey. Possibly could catch Chaos here with the saving of the fuel. Chaos did pit a little earlier and back out of the last turn, coming up on the last turn, over 3/10 again better. So let's see if he's able to beat that fast lap this time.
Monkey did just overtake Chaos.
Oh, big overtake there for second place. As we'll get T-Dubs' lap on here. Sorry we missed the Monkey. Oh man, flyer out of T-Dubs.
Wow. That was better than watching the overtake. Seeing that 14.8. Holy smokes.
Man,
what
that
was
is
it before?
A lap. It was a 15.208.
Wow.
Beat it by 4/10, 4.8 or 0.408. Sorry.
Blistering lap.
That was a great lap out of T-Dubs. I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch that unless somebody can try to go down and take some softs here within the last bit. Actually, too bad. It's the last lap, one to go, presented by Skew Car, as the fast lap kind of took my mind away from that. Looks like softs have went on for Stu and Chief. Everybody else still sitting on the mediums. Monkey was able to overtake Chaos, possibly sitting here, trying to save a bit of fuel to get back around. But here comes T-Dubs, possibly to end it all. And yes, he will. Fastest lap of the day, pole and win, belongs to T-Dubs at Interlagos.
Jeez, he almost hit it on again. 1:14.823 on the last lap.
That's right. Only 2/100ths of a second slower that time by was T-Dubs. Monkey trying to cruise it home. Will he have enough fuel? Back there's Chaos. Rick Slick and Snowman are close to battling it out for fourth position. Let's keep a quick eye on this fourth and fifth place battle. Monkey will come around out of the last turn. Looks good. Back into the bumper. Here is Snowman. We're coming up on the last turn. Snowman no overtake. Or I'm sorry, Rick no overtake. Snowman no overtake. Rick coming out of the last turn. He has quite the gap. And I think he'll beat him. Chaos and Monkey come across in second and third. Fourth will belong to Rick Slick. Fifth to Snowman. Sixth to Stu. And seventh to Chief here in his first start. And don't let that finish fool you there for Chief. That was a good race out of Chief. He just had an unfortunate incident running out of fuel. And that's a lesson we've all learned the hard way. But other than that, Interlagos in the Super Formulas did not disappoint. Could definitely see these things making another appearance in Season 3. But overall, what did you think about this crazy first half here in this race? And then it kind of evened out. Just saw some solo incidents. Unfortunately, probably a record high for DNFs. But, like I said, just stuff going on around the country and stuff like that. So that's probably why some of these guys exited. Maybe some mechanical damage for some of them. But overall, a really great race. And really pushed some of these guys' skills to the limits with how this track was racing. So, just recap us here for Interlagos, and then what are we looking forward to with that doubleheader?
Yeah, sure. So Interlagos was a great race. T-Dubs was a little more dominant than I even expected. I think a lot of people had the speed to keep it closer than it was, but like you said, everybody had some race incidences. In fact, I think I saw everyone except T-Dubs have a racing incident. Would that seem right? I think so.
Yeah, I believe so. Everybody had something go on except for a winner.
Yeah, so everybody had some kind of an issue. I did check in on our new driver, Chief, and he ran out about halfway around the track. So he ran a full half a lap out of fuel. That's why he was drifted back. He was running a great race, so unfortunate for him to run out of fuel. Stu ran out too, but Stu was really close to pit road, so that worked out. And I guess you said everybody runs out of fuel at one point or another. Maybe T-Dubs has, and I'm not sure. The guy's such a professional, he probably hasn't. But it was a great race. The battles from everywhere really, because Chaos led a ton of laps. Snowman led some laps. Everybody, the positions changed around all over the place. Monkey was in last. He finished in second. Snowman was in first. He finished in fifth. Yeah, so it was all the positions moving around. Chaos was in first. Finished third, so he was pretty consistent the whole day. I think he was up in the top three most of the day, either in first or second, and then actually maybe dropped down to third just at the end there under that fuel strategy that seemed to pay off for Monkey because he had quite a bit. I say quite a bit. He had like an extra 2 liters, but that's a lot when you're running low. So it was a great race. The cars produced just like we had hoped. They were fast. They sounded fast. They looked fast. It was a good race, fun to watch. I was happy to broadcast this one. And going into next week, since we had a Sony event last week, we are a week behind on the schedule, so we're heading into the double headers. And we have a rally race on the schedule, and then we have race at Northern Isle, which is a track much like Bristol. So the rally races will, of course, be running rally cars. That's going to be a shorter event because we're doing both races on the same night. We're doing 20 laps at Sardinia Windmills, then flying to Northern Isle, which I believe is in the United States.
It is.
Okay. And they will be racing Mazda Roadsters. They're bringing out the same cars they raced at Tsukuba earlier in the year, where Dak was our winner. And he actually dominated that race. It was quite amazing to see him do that. So Northern Isle on the sport tires in that car, that was running about 17.5-second laps around there. So they, I believe, have trimmed that race down to a short 75 laps. But you burn through tires so fast at that track. It is going to be an interesting race. There will be cars on every section of track. So once we get into maybe 10 or 15 laps going, you will have lap traffic your entire way around. It's going to be some great racing. The rally races, we have some guys that are really good at rallies, and then some people like Monkey, who is not very good at rally races. So he will be at the bottom of that barrel. And it'd be interesting to watch that.
Yeah, certainly, and I'd say Stu and Monkey will be fighting in the bottom of that barrel to see who can have the ultimate bottom. But
Yes.
yeah, speaking back to Tsukuba and those roadsters, hopefully Dak's able to make that doubleheader because he kind of pulled an unconventional strategy there. Was able to do that whole race, I believe, in just one pit stop, where a lot of guys had to finish it in 2. He ended up lapping a lot of that field as well. So, with how short Tsukuba really is, I mean, it's very technical, but it is a sort of on the shorter side with these racing circuits. So, possibly could see Dak, if he makes another appearance, probably pull another strategy like he did there at Tsukuba.
Yeah, if you remember that race at Tsukuba, he was saving a ton of fuel and still running fast laps.
Yeah, that's right.
It
He
was
had saved a
crazy.
ton of fuel and was the fastest lap, I believe, on the track. I believe during that race.
I think
Not
you're
sure if
right.
Snowman got him there at the end. Memory's a little fuzzy on that, but yeah, he was running fast laps. Had the fastest lap at least at one point in that race, and just done the whole thing in one stop. And those tires, they don't have the greatest of grip either. They're not these racing compounds that we're used to. It is a sport tire. I would imagine it would be more like a premium tire that you would find on a regular road. So yeah,
Yep.
that's certainly interesting on how that's going to work out there. But big doubleheader next Monday, and hopefully you guys will tune in on Wednesday with the broadcast. Um, Anything you got before we go, Monkey?
No, that is it for me. Great, great broadcast. Thanks for having me.
Yes, as always, thanks for joining me. It's always a great time. And just real quick, hope everybody's staying safe with all the bad weather out there. Anybody from North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, Georgia, all those areas, still, trying to rebuild from all that devastating flooding from Hurricane Helene. Wish you all the best. Um, I made a small donation to a local thing down there in North Carolina, so hopefully, I know it won't go that far, but hopefully, if we get a bunch of those donations, they will add up rather quickly, and hopefully we can get that place rebuilt, because Asheville and Eastern Tennessee, some of my favorite places to visit and go on vacation or just weekend getaways. So I really love that area, and I wish everybody the best there. And also down in Florida, hope everybody's staying safe as this hurricane is coming through right now, through the night, and finds its way off the eastern shore of Florida tomorrow morning to tomorrow evening. And yeah, so I just wish the best for everybody through all that. Um, and
Very thoughtful and well said, Stu.
we'll try our best. And make sure you tune in tomorrow, as we'll have the Ruthless Racing Pro Series. Unfortunately, did not have that on stream last week at WWT, as I had some weather issues from the hurricane, or some power issues from the hurricane myself, all the way up in where I live. It's sort of just some high winds and heavy rains, just knocked out some utilities. But we're all good and great up here, so hopefully everybody down in those devastated areas are staying safe and getting everything back together. And I know it's just almost unprecedented how bad that damage was. Possibly humans weren't even in these areas the last time it flooded that bad in those areas. So definitely something that is going to take a long time. So I just wish the best for everybody. But yeah, that'll be it for us here in the GT Pro Series. Tune in tomorrow for the Ruthless Racing Pro Series on NASCAR Heat 5. We are going to be at Kansas, so it'll be high side wall riding action there tomorrow. Make sure you tune in and catch that one. It's going to be a lot of slide jobbing to get any track position, and if those fields remain 22, 24, all the way up to 28 like we've had, it's going to be a wild ride watching to see how those guys are going to gain track position. But yeah, as always, thanks to everybody who watched. Thank you, Mikey, for doing this with me. Be safe, everyone. Nothing but love here from Ruthless. Rock on, race on, Ruthless Racing.